In the summer of 2025, the global aerospace industry was jolted when the US abruptly suspended export licenses for key aviation technologies bound for China. The 6-week ban, starting in June, halted the flow of critical components, most notably the CFM International LEAP-1C engine, the heart of China's C919 airliner. This was more than a trade dispute. It was a clear escalation in the tech rivalry between the world's two largest economies. CFM International, a joint venture between GE Aerospace and France's Safran, was caught in the crossfire, threatening to paralyze Comac's C919 production. With hundreds of C919s on order and nearly 20 in service, the sudden stop in engine deliveries exposed China's deep reliance on Western technology. Although the ban was lifted after intense negotiations, the message was clear. Access to advanced aerospace tech could be revoked at any time. The incident forced a reckoning across the industry, shaking confidence in global supply chains and long-standing partnerships. For decades, aerospace had thrived on international collaboration. Now, that spirit seemed fragile, vulnerable to political maneuvering. The brief ban didn't cripple the C919 program, but it revealed China's critical vulnerability and set the stage for a new era of uncertainty in aviation. The world had witnessed a warning shot. Technology could be weaponized, and the skies would never be the same. The US ban transformed China's pursuit of aviation self-reliance from a long-term goal into an urgent national mission. The C919 project, once a symbol of progress, now highlighted China's dependence on the LEAP-1C engine, a glaring strategic weakness. In response, China accelerated development of the CJ1000A, a homegrown engine designed to free the C919 from Western suppliers. The CJ1000A's progress in trial runs was promising, but commercial certification remains years away, with full service unlikely before 2030. After the ban, Beijing demanded the engine be built entirely from domestic parts, further delaying its debut but reinforcing the drive for true technological sovereignty. The challenge is immense for in replicating decades of Western expertise in materials, manufacturing, and safety standards is no small feat. Yet China's resolve is unwavering. The CJ1000A is just the beginning, with plans already underway for the more powerful CJ2000 engine. The government sees a self-sufficient aerospace industry as vital to national security and global influence. China isn't just replacing a single part, it's building an entire parallel aerospace ecosystem, determined to control every link in the chain. The race for aviation independence is on, and the stakes have never been higher. The C919 may be China's pride, but its wings are held aloft by Western technology. Beyond the LEAP-1C engine, the aircraft relies on critical systems from US giants like Honeywell and Collins Aerospace, avionics, power units, brakes, and more. The US ban threatened to halt not just engines but the entire C919 production line, exposing the depth of China's dependence. Building a modern airliner requires decades of expertise and a vast network of certified suppliers, something Western firms have perfected over generations. For China, replacing every imported component is a monumental task, demanding years of investment and innovation. The 2025 ban was a wake-up call. Technological dependence is a strategic vulnerability that can be weaponized at any moment. For Beijing, true security now means achieving self-sufficiency in every critical system, no matter the cost. Facing Western tech barriers, China has found a natural partner in Russia, itself isolated by sanctions and forced to innovate. Russia's experience Russifying its aircraft, like the Superjet 100 and the PD-14 engine for the MC-21, proves it's possible to break Western monopolies. The synergy is clear. China brings scale and resources. Russia brings engine expertise. While no formal pact exists, the logic of a Sino-Russian collaboration on engines for the C919 is compelling. Russia's PD-14, or a derivative, could offer China a near-term alternative to Western engines, reducing the risk of future sanctions. Together, they could challenge the Boeing-Airbus duopoly, accelerating the development of aircraft independent of Western technology. Such a partnership would not only solve China's immediate supply chain issues, but also create a powerful new bloc in global aviation. The prospect of a Russian engine on a Chinese jet is no longer far-fetched. It's a strategic necessity. The global aerospace landscape is shifting, and a new axis is emerging. The US-China tech standoff has left Europe in a precarious spot, caught between its American ally and its own economic interests. France's Safran, a key partner in the CFM joint venture, was directly impacted by the US ban, exposing Europe's vulnerability to unilateral American decisions. The incident sparked alarm across the EU, fueling debates about strategic autonomy and the risks of over-reliance on US technology. Europe's aerospace supply chain is deeply intertwined with America's, making it susceptible to disruptions beyond its control. The ban forced a strategic rethink in Brussels. How can Europe secure its own supply chains and reduce dependencies? The answer may lie in investing more in domestic R&D, especially in engines, materials, and avionics. The goal: ensure Europe can design and build key aircraft components without relying on non-EU partners. The US-China feud has pushed Europe to look inward, accelerating its own quest for self-reliance. The result could be a more fragmented, competitive global aerospace market. The 2003 Konstanzu, Omaiberdan 25. Engine ban sent shockwaves through the aviation world, signaling the end of seamless global collaboration. National security and self-interest are now trumping economic efficiency, prompting countries to rethink their reliance on US technology. The emerging Sino-Russian alliance is just one example. Other nations may soon accelerate their own aerospace programs. This could lead to regional champions and a multipolar aviation world, breaking the long-standing Boeing Airbus duopoly. For Western giants like GE and Rolls-Royce, the short-term outlook is stable, but the long-term threat is real. As China and Russia push for self-reliance, they could eventually offer competitive, lower-cost alternatives, especially attractive to emerging markets. Some warn the US ban could backfire, much like sanctions on Huawei spurred its tech independence. By cutting off access, the US may be accelerating China's path to self-sufficiency, and risking its own market share in the process. The global aviation market is fracturing, and the consequences will be felt for decades. As 2026 approaches, the outlines of a new aviation order are emerging. The Boeing-Airbus duopoly faces its greatest challenge yet, not from a single rival, but from a powerful Sino-Russian alliance forged by shared geopolitical pressures. By combining Russian engine know-how with Chinese manufacturing might, they aim to build aircraft free from Western components. These jets would first serve vast domestic markets, then compete globally as alternatives to Boeing and Airbus. Western firms still hold a technological edge, especially in efficiency and safety, but the gap is closing. Achieving international certification and airline trust will take time, but the direction is clear. The global industry is fracturing along new lines, with two powerful blocs set to compete for decades. The rise of a self-sufficient Sino-Russian aerospace sector is no longer a question of if, but when. The events of 2025 mark not an end, but the explosive beginning of a new chapter in the history of flight.